Hey guys, Dylan from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to RWBY Volume 7, Episode 12, titled With Friends Like These. Now, as usual, before we get started, I've got a couple of things that have been brought that I've seen and thought were interesting throughout the week. The but this time I have a list of six six different things. So, the first one, you know how I said that there's got to be at least one betrayal with the ace operatives due just, well, to a number of things, but mainly because of how the number of five does not fit in with the RWBY series. So, when so Marrow is based off of a dog that gave up what he had to try and get something he thought was better, but wasn't actually real. I initially thought this would mean he'd betray the Aesops for Salem, but what if it actually means that he will give up on people he's mutually grown to be friends with, meaning Team Ruby, Team Junior, especially with Jean, and he'll give up on them for people who will never actually be his friends, the Aesops, because they don't do friends. Or they may tweak the source material to give it a happier ending, like, well, they tweak pretty much everyone's source material, and what he's giving up is actually worse than what he gets, where he betrays the Aesops to help the students. Now, I'm going to skip this next one till the end of this spiel because it's the biggest and probably going to be the most controversial. But point three was, I reckon in either this episode or the next one, there will be a grim attack on the Schnee Manor, in which Willow will either successfully protect Whitley or lay down her life trying, proving to him that, well, she may not have shown it or ever, like, really ever shown it, well, since Jacques screwed her life over, she does actually care a great deal about him. So if he sees she, a mother who he thinks has abandoned him, well, not physically abandoned, but in all other terms abandoned him, who is willing to die to keep him safe, it may it may help him deal with some of the things he's going through. Now, the next one is a fight between Oscar and Neo, and possibly Cinder's there as well. That's the wild card. We don't really know. Either Oscar will beat Neo, which I don't know how that's going to happen, because, well, we haven't seen Neo lose a fight. We've seen her come. We've seen her give up a fight against Cinder because of, well, she saw that she knew what maiden powers were and she didn't want to try. But we haven't seen her lose. And next is that Neo will beat Oscar, which is the most likely if those two fight. Or Oscar will be able to convince Neo to side with him against Cinder. I don't reckon they're gonna actually be talking all that much if they're fighting, so that's unlikely as much as I would love to see Neo realize, well, team up with the heroes just to take down Cinder. Alternatively, Oscar may have, we based him being captured on the fact that the Elysian Knights were destroyed, and there were scorch marks throughout his room. Now, alternatively, he may have broken himself out and will be waiting for James at the vault for an Oscar Ironwood fight, which is hinted at in the trailer. I know they had that training scene during episode 3, I think it was, but it may be hinting towards an actual fight, or maybe Ozpin will return and they'll get a headmaster fight, like we did 2 volumes ago between um, Ozpin and Leo. Well, no, Ozpin hadn't taken over. Never mind. And James, I say this because James likely would have sent the guards to secure Oscar upon finding the Black Queen. Like, go get him, take the relic, meet me down at the vault once I've talked to the others. He likely would have done this before calling the others back, so they wouldn't have had a chance to stop him. This seems this seems possible because, well, the guards were inside the room. If Neo and or Cinder had have taken out the guards to um, take Oscar, what's the point in throwing them inside the room? They would have just been broken robots out in the hallway. The fact that they're inside the room is what makes me think that it may not have been them who destroyed them. Now, this next one. So, we know that there was a song in episode 11. It's been labeled Hero. I'm not sure if that's been the confirmed name or that's just what the fans are calling it. And it's a song from Ironwood's perspective. It details basically his entire attitude throughout this volume, with lines such as, I would die without regret, I'd offer up my life with zero reservations. I would fly into the sun if it would keep our dream alive. Um, no, right now the plan I have made will guide us home, we'll survive this storm. And then it starts getting more and more intense. And it actually reminds me very much of Lionized in the fact that initially Adam only killed that first person to protect Gira. He had no killing intent or anything. And then progressively it got more aggressive and more aggressive, more aggressive. Like, um, after the first verse we get to, I will fight for you no matter how I am despised, portrayed as cruel and heartless. I am might, I am power, I am due process, I will smite. See, this has been, I am might. I am the only thing that can do this. I am power. I'm the only one with power in my plan. I am due process, meaning that this is my way is the proper way to get through it, and I will smite. Now it does say our enemies destroy, and it does say metal I'll deploy, which is likely the whole. Despite being so bad mentally, he still will never side with Salem. He deploys his metal, his resolve, and everything. No chance that I won't take, my oath to you I won't forsake, likely talking to Ozpin. There is no sacrifice that I won't make. I'll risk it all to keep you safe. Now, this, sure, looking at it, it looks like, oh, I'll keep you safe, as in the people. No, he is talking about the relic. Because, as we've seen, he's willing to sacrifice Mantle. He's less willing to sacrifice Atlas because those are the upper echelon. They're the people he has the most sway over. They're the ones most likely to do as he says, and also because all his army is up in Atlas. He's less likely to do that, but he will to keep the relic safe. Now, um, similar to this, way back in, I think it was volume 3, we got the song Divide, which is a song sung from the perspective of Salem. Now, initially we thought, oh, this song is just towards Ozpin. Yeah, I'm not so sure now because sure the first verse is entirely towards Ozpin. Well, not entirely because it could be to any of the people standing against her. And then you get to the pre-chorus and the bridge, um, where it becomes, well, more ambiguous as to who it's directed to. Then verse 2 again, mostly aimed to um, Ozpin, until you get to have you no shame signing them up for your war? Train them to fight what they can't beat. Your sins are what they'll pay for. Yes, this will mainly be Ozpin, but every single headmaster signed these kids up for the war. Um, then you get sever their trust, it will strangle their hearts. Inside them plant seeds of doubt. Hope will be smothered. They'll turn on each other. What did she do to James? She placed the Black Queen inside the his office. He knows that people have gotten in, and this is pulling at his trust again with everyone. He can only trust those who will obey him, who will be completely transparent with him, even if he isn't with them. And that the she severed the trust with him and the students. She planted the seeds of doubt. They'll turn on each other. In this fight, we're literally getting hero versus hero fights. Friendships deny when allegiances die. Like, again, that's that's friendships denied. That's that's very much the Aesop's. When allegiances die, their alliance has died. Now, so this has been going on way longer than I hoped it would, because normally I just like a couple minutes before, but I have one more thing, and this is that Clover may team up with Robin and Crow even after hearing his um, Ironwood's orders. Now, while I'm still hoping for Snowbird, there has been a hell of a lot of build up for Lucky Charms, which is, of course, Crow and Clover. Now, people reckon that he'll switch sides because of a one sided or mutual feelings between him and Crow. Well, I'm. Uh, Let me explain the way they could spin this to make it, well, I say accurate, but, well, we don't actually know Crow's sexuality. He could be bisexual. We don't know. because the only reason we know he likes girls is because, well, his story about being defeated by the innkeeper's skirtland and the smirks he makes towards when the waitress gives him top shelf when she was only paid to give him bottom shelf. Now, he's made similar looks towards both James and Clover. But anyway, the most realistic way they can spin this, if he was completely straight, is well, it's not exactly healthy or fair on the other person. It's not uncommon for people who are overcoming addictions, such as his intense alcoholism, to make a change um, in their life that is bigger to take their mind away from it, such as a change in their sexuality, like a complete change. Now, I'm not saying this is the only reason that they would become a thing. I'm just saying this is one possible route they could take because it does happen in real life. I know of people who, to get over drug use, well, not hard drugs like crack or that, but to, like, who were addicted to painkillers, they went out, joined a religion. They were complete atheists before. And, well, they made a bigger change in their life to distract them from the tra- change that they were trying to get through. Because the religion didn't stick after, which is why I say it's not healthy or fair on the other person, but it does happen. And that could be a way they're going, or he could have just been always bisexual. They could pull a JK. No, it's not a JK Rowling because there has been through build up rather than them just turning around at the end of everything and saying, "Oh yeah, he was gay." I didn't I didn't show anything. I didn't say anything about it. A fan asked me. I said, "You know what? That's a good idea. Yeah, he's gay." But anyway, enough. I'm not going to get into J.K. Rowling. But yeah. Anyway, back to the episode titled "With Friends Like These." With Salem's forces drawing closer, and the General's order for their arrest, our heroes are forced to fight on all fronts to save the city Ironwood has abandoned. So, we obviously know there's the massive fight at the start, but how the rest of the episode goes is up for, well, up to see. Let's get this started in 3, 2, 1, now. I have this thing where when I talk for a long time, like more than 5 minutes, my throat starts to hurt, so I'm not going to sing today. I'm trying to think of a part of this opening we haven't seen yet. Like, I'm sure there's at least one. Maybe not. is fun looking at an opening in hindsight and seeing how many hints there were.
Declaring martial law and abandoning Mantle! Salem is coming and he's going to use the staff to move Atlas! If we don't stop him, Mantle's going to be
Declaring martial law? We cannot let him do this!
Miss Hill, I'm sure the General understands the enormity of this. Clover? Crow, you should know that I've been asked to bring you in.
A free ride and a show.
There's also an alert out for Team RWBY's arrest.
What? Has James lost his mind?
He's trying to stop anybody who might get in the way of this inhumane plan. Looks like he underestimated me. Again.
Only Crow is under arrest. After everything we've been through tonight, please don't make me arrest you too.
Cut it out, both of you. We're almost back to Atlas. Let's talk to James personally.
It's taken a very long time for this show to get to the good part.
Shut up.
He's right. Let's get this over with.
Robin? Fine.
I wish it hadn't come to this.
It doesn't have to.
You can hug it out once we've taken him down!
Uh-oh.
What are you doing? The will of our goddess!
Kroger just abandoned
What
ship.
did you do? The General is leaving Mantle to perish?
He's saving Remnant. We can't let the relics fall to Salem.
But all those people we just protected, they won't survive.
We don't have time to—
That doesn't bother you?
Called this.
What about your sister? Our friends?
My personal feelings don't matter. We have orders. I'm to retrieve the power of the Winter Maiden so we can access the relic. You're here to ensure my safety.
No.
Come on. We've already lost enough time.
It should matter.
Penny, the General is making hard choices so we don't have to. For the good of all, not just a few.
I do not see what is good about any of this.
On that we can agree.
Please, think about what you're doing. You heard the General. Until this is sorted out, you're under arrest.
Really?
Please, don't make this difficult.
Don't make us have to get out of here by force.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're not actually going to slug this out, are we?
We're not doing anything. They decide what happens next. You think you're going to stop us? We're the best huntsmen in Atlas.
You were. Then you trained us.
You were. Huh, I would have expected, Blake versus Vine.
Come on, Harriet! We're playing right into Salem's hands! You know we need to be working together!
Oh, don't give me that crap. I had you kids pegged right from the start.
Headbutt. There we go.
If you come peacefully, we won't hurt you.
Speak for yourself. They betrayed us!
You're betraying the people you've sworn to protect!
It's not worth it, Blake. They're just following orders now.
Oh. What the? He could do his feet too. Oh, you cinched his tail.
Getting what you want, but it's time to let this one go.
Yeah, you shouldn't have brought the Schnee
This
name
is
into
my
it.
home. And I'm not giving it up without a fight.
Yeah, you're fucked, Mar.
Robin needs help. Surrender, and we can take her to Atlas. Get her patched up.
Never pegged you for the manipulative type, but I've learned a lot of things tonight.
I enjoyed working with you, you know. Even with that endless cynicism of yours.
I'm usually proven right.
We don't have to fight, friend.
You don't know my friends. That's how it always goes.
Can someone just kill him? Of course you can get out of that. And there goes his thumbs. Heh.
Oh, don't stop on my account. Wasn't planning on it.
Do you want them to work together, or...?
Me and you have a score to settle.
Oh, I agree. So what say we put the kid to bed and then finish it?
I did not see that.
Marrow, cut the crap, will you?
I'm trying to arrest her, not kill her, Hair. You're being excessive.
It's not excessive if it's necessary.
Oh, you are just making her angry.
Time to wrap this up fine. They've had their chance. Don't be soft.
Are you telling me? Or yourself?
Ow. Oh, I really thought she was gonna hit
Never really had a problem with
Elm with him.
all along I thought our friendship was true. You right from the start. I never dreamed that you would be my enemy when I said take my life. You scored me in the perfect way. Tried to love her more, but it takes a lot harder.
Now you've got Weiss to deal with. Oh, smart ass. I'm not exactly a hand-to-hand fighter.
If he can't
Ow.
access the relic, he can't move Atlas.
We just have to get to the Winter Maiden. Blake and I will look for the others.
But our scrolls don't. Huh? This is the part where they ask us to help. Oscar must be around here. Oscar! 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 You're here!
That's not Oscar.
No! This crazy girl showed up and attacked me, but she looked like someone else.
Neapolitan.
You know her?
We haven't exactly heard good things.
It's the first time I think they said
I
her
hope it
full
will be
name.
painless for her.
You said your personal feelings do not matter.
They won't change my actions. What I'm committed to. The power of the Winter Maiden and the relic must be kept from our enemies. Even if it means she dies. But yes, Penny, we must still acknowledge our personal feelings. Wrestle with them. It ensures us that we're on the right path. It's what makes us human.
I think I understand.
What was that?
Exactly what you thought would happen.
Both of Ironwood's puppets. Lucky me.
Cinder.
You were responsible for Beacon. For what happened to me.
It was, unfortunately, temporary. Now step aside or there won't be anything left to salvage this time. What do you think of that?
I think it gives me personal feelings.
Look, when I thought someone was teaming up with Tyrion, I did not expect Crow. Jump. No.
Why couldn't you just do the right thing instead of the thing you were told? Sometimes the right decision is the hardest to make. I trust James with my life. I wanted to trust you.
Doesn't look like your friend's gonna make it.
I'll kill you!
Oh, you mean like you just killed Clover? Ah, here they come. Right on time. Ah! Oh, looks like our score will have to wait. You know my track record with the authorities.
Someone had to take the fall.
James will take the fall. I'll make sure of it.
Good luck.
I have no words. As much as I ragged on about Clover being the traitor in that, I did like him as a character. I just expected Tyrion to poison him, not fucking stab him straight through the midsection. There's no coming back from that. All I can hope is that some people believe. I know Team Ruby and that will. I know they'll believe him, but what about James? What about the Aesops? What about Robin, who is with him? And he'll probably have to fight next episode. It's fucking 3 in the morning. I'm not in the right headspace to be dealing with this. And yet here I am. I can't even talk about the other fights, because if I am more composed when I wake up, I'll do a little thing after this, but if not, I am broken. I didn't expect it to. Let me just say, no show has ever gotten this reaction from me. Not even fucking Pyrrhus' death. And we knew her for 3 volumes. We didn't even know Clover for 1 full volume. I didn't even get like this when fucking Spider-Man or Iron Man died, or fucking Green Arrow died in the TV shows. Nothing. I'm gonna end it here because I'm just I'm just gonna be sitting here for the next, I don't know how long, just going over that. And as you can see, uh, I'm actually tearing up. This is gonna be fun to watch again. Not only do I have to watch it one more time this week, when I I'm going to have to watch it at least 4 times next weekend. after whatever the finale throws at us as well. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.